Shalom everybody, how are you? Good afternoon. I decided instead of waiting till tonight to share an inspirational message. It's beautiful out. Sun is shining, the air is crisp, the breeze is just fantastic. Time to share an inspirational message that hopefully we can act on even today before tonight. In the Haggadah, as part of the narrative of the story of our redemption from Egypt, we say the words in Aramaic, Heilach ma'anya, this is the poor man's bread. And then it concludes, Kol dichvin yeseh v'yechel. Whomever is hungry, yeseh should come v'yechel and join us for our meal. So the obvious question is it fair that we would invite somebody once we've sat down to a meal? Do you go to a restaurant with your spouse and with your friend and then say, you know what, let's just scream out, whoever's hungry, come and join us. They're in their home. Why would it be fair? Or would it be appropriate to sit in your house and then say, oh, by the way, anyone who's hungry, come join us? We should be doing that a week or two or three beforehand. So there are many interesting answers given to this. And one is that we actually are supposed to recite this in shul beforehand, the Shabbos before, and prior to that, people are supposed to know that they are welcome to our home, in as much as if it comes time to the Seder and they join you, they shouldn't just feel they're nochschleppers, they're just joining last minute, but they should feel like they're part of your family. This year, when we're reciting these words, Kol dichvin yeseh v'yechel, whoever's hungry, come and eat. How genuine is that? We know we can't invite people to our home. We're not permitted to invite anybody to our home. Possibly the first time since we've ever experienced the redemption of Egypt and the observance of Passover that we can't invite anybody to our home. So why say this prayer? I want to share with you one of the most inspirational, beautiful, heart-wrenching stories that always speaks to me, and I share it every year, and I'm going to share it now for you this year. I share it in shul, I'm going to share it with you now. There's a story told about a woman who comes to the rabbi and knocks on his door, and he says, before Yom Tov, it was in the shtetl, and he says, Rabbi, I have a halachic question, a question on Jewish law that pertains to Passover. And the question is it permissible for one to drink and to fulfill the mitzvah of drinking the 4 cups of wine over milk? So the rabbi thinks and he says, I have an answer for you. And the rabbi goes into his study, takes out 2 bottles of wine, walks over to the lady and hands it to her. And as she says, thank you, Rabbi, he says, hold on, don't go. And the rabbi then proceeds to go into the kitchen, takes the roast that the Rebbitzin is preparing, this delicious roast. He picks it up, he wraps it for this lady, and he says, here, this is for you. As you can imagine, the Rebbitzin wasn't too pleased. She says, my dear husband, all she asked you was, is it permissible to drink milk instead of wine? Why would you give her meat? She just needed wine. To which the rabbi answered to his wife, he says, my dear wife, when somebody asks me something in life, I have to think deeper and dig deep and read between the lines, above and beyond the request itself. If this woman is asking whether it's permissible to make kiddush and to fulfill the mitzvah of the 4 cups of wine over milk, that means not only she doesn't have wine, but that means also that she doesn't have meat. Because should she, or would she have had meat, she knew very well that she would not be able to fulfill the mitzvah of milk. So the fact that she's even considering to drink the 4 cups of wine over milk means she doesn't have meat either. This is a message for all of us. We're preparing for Yom Tov, buying what we can, buying on Amazon, thinking, do we have enough? But maybe now is the time to say the words that never meant as much as it will this year. Kol dichvin yeseh v'yechel. Whomever is hungry, whomever is in need, come join us. There are many in our community who will not be going to family members, who are used to going to family members, elderly people doing the Seders alone and for the first time in their lives. It's incumbent upon us to reach out to them and ask them, do they have everything that they need? And I'm blessed to be part of a Chabad network where headquarters has prepared for us Seder in a box. Now, originally, when this came out 3 months ago, people thought it would be a nice thing and they would share it and they would, order some for people who may not be able to have a Seder. But after Corona hit and people were quarantined, the orders came in above and beyond what they can handle. But I was able to get eight of these special Seders in a box. So I'm suggesting if you know anyone, or if you yourself are watching, that need a Seder, it's a Seder plate. and it has over there the wine, the egg, the matzah, all the Seder kit to go. We will be happy to deliver it and bring it to outside your home, that you can take it in at your own time and be able to know that you're not alone and you can enjoy your Seder that way. My friends, please reach out to someone who may be alone, give them a word of encouragement. And if you wish to know how to participate and how to run a Seder, at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight, being Monday night, at 8 o'clock I'll be doing a special Zoom Seder, model Seder for the community. We'll go through for an hour how to run an efficient Seder, not how to Zoom through your Seder. It's how to have a Seder through Zoom. I wish you all, each and every one of you should be blessed to be able not just to have for your family, but also to be there and give for those in need, each and everything that they need in their life. So when we sit down for our Seder night, we can truly turn and say, everyone, we know, all those, our loved ones and those in the community have what it needs, that even if they'll be alone, even if they won't be with family that they're used to being with, they know, and we know, that they will be taken care of and their Seder will be very meaningful. I'll see you, please God, at 8 o'clock tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a Chag Kasher v'Sameach. Please God, every Jew and every human being that needs will receive what they need for everything in life, including their holiday. We'll be delivering matzah, shmor matzah to every one of your homes, but specifically if you know anyone that needs a Seder plate that cannot get out, please be in touch with me. Rabbi Solo, RABBISOLO, at the @ Chabad at Short Hills, CHABAD, for at shorthills.org. See you later. Chag Sameach.